decimals to fractions. Okay, so this is the trickier one. So can the recurring decimal, so call the recurring decimal x and then multiply the decimal by a multiple of 10 so that the repeating digits line up. I'll go through that in a second, and then subtract x to remove the repeating digit and rearrange. All right, so for example, I've got 0.5 recurring. Now I know that that's actually 5/9, okay? But we're gonna go through this process because it doesn't always work perfectly, like what I've just kind of suggested. All right, so it's really important you get that, because I know the examiners will just assume that you might just put 5/9 and to think you're going to get the marks. You're probably not. All right, so what you need to do is to say, right, let x equals 0.5, and then what we're talking about here is it says multiply by a decimal of a multiple 10 so the repeating digits line up. Well, actually, what you're looking for is how many digits are recurring. Well, here you've only got one digit which is recurring. All right, you've only got the 5 which is recurring, so you're therefore going to times it by 10. Okay, if you had 2 digits recurring, then you'd times it by 100. If you had 3 digits recurring, then you would times it by 1,000. All right, so depending on the number of digits recurring really determines what you're going to multiply it by. So in this case, we're going to times it by 10. Okay, so 10x equals 5.555. All right, so what we're doing is lining up the numbers where the decimal point is. Okay, you are then going to do this line, take away this line. All right, and that's what they've done here. So that line, take away that line. So they've rewritten it, so you can do that, take away that. So what will happen when you do this, take away this, is all these 5s here, all these 5s will give you zeros, and the only thing that's left is that 5 take away 0, which gives you that. All right, so you've got 9x is equal to 5, and then the final step is you need to divide this side by 9, which is going to give you 5/9, and that's your job done. Okay, so that's relatively straightforward when they all line up quite as nice. All right, so let's have a look at this one. So same kind of concept is that here I've got 0.38383. So how many digits recurring? Well, there are 2. All right, so I'm going to times it by 100 this time. Okay, and again lining up my numbers, and then I'm going to do the same as before. I'm going to do this one, take away this one, so it's going to leave me 99x is equal to 38 when I get down to it, and then I'm going to do x equals 38 divided by 99. Now I want you to be very, very careful here, because when you're looking at these two, I think you might assume that it's always going to be 9 and 99 or something like that. It's not. Okay, the reason that it's like this is because it starts recurring straight after the decimal point. Straight after the decimal point. Now, if I said you 0.138383838, that causes all kinds of problems when I do one take away the other. Because what I'm going to have, if I put a 1 there, I'm going to move, I'd have 138, and it wouldn't quite work the same way. All right, because if I put a little 1 there, when I move everything across, it doesn't quite line up as perfectly as you would like. I'm still going to times it by 100, but then it doesn't quite work in terms of giving this nice round 38 and this nice round number over here. All right, it tends to give you a decimal over here, which obviously makes it a bit more confusing. So please do practice this one, get yourself online, and make sure you are following this process to the letter, and irrespective of whether or not there's a number here or not, you times it by however many recurring decimals, numbers they are, is the obviously number of zeros here. All right, so 2 digits recurring, 2 zeros here. Okay. Well, anyway, so get yourself on maths-school.co.uk. Link is at the bottom of the page for you to practice. But please don't get flippant about it. I said far too many times I see students not doing it properly, and the result, therefore, not getting it in the exam. All right. Well, thanks for listening.